Hey everybody, this is Mac 10 Esports Money's ESM, and today I'm going to be updating my Lycan guide from version 6.80 to 6.81b because I got a couple requests asking me to make an updated guide based on the nerfs that he received. Basically, I'm not really going to go over anything too incredibly groundbreaking. I'm just going to talk a little bit about why that guide that originally existed still works, and some alternatives if you find yourself having trouble. So the first nerf is, of course, Shapeshift no longer provides 300 bonus health. Makes you a little bit less of a fighter, but it doesn't hurt your pushability at all. And then the Lich Change Frost Armor can now be cast on buildings. It's also another indirect nerf to your pushing power, and the Necrobook nerfs are also a pretty big nerf. And then switching over to this page, which is the Dota update June 2nd, which is 6.81b. Your Howl is nerfed. And the Howl nerf doesn't truly affect me that much because I don't usually level it up even if I go to lane, and most of the time it's only leveled if you go to lane, and I prefer to jungle if I have the ability to. So basically the reason why this the reason why it's harder to do and the reason why it still works. So the reason why it's harder to do is because obviously there's some slight nerfs, but everyone else got buffed. You see a lot of heroes like Lich is still really popular, Omni Knight is becoming really popular, Undying is coming back a little bit, Zeus is coming back a little bit. I've seen a lot of Doom lately, even though he just got nerfed. But basically there are a lot of heroes that are really popular in the current metagame that are really good at shutting down Lycan. Not necessarily in the jungle, but later on in the game. However, you still have the ability to farm super ungodly fast, and you still have the ability to push towers just as fast. So 90% of the time plus, I still do exactly the same thing that I did before, and my win rate is still 70%, and I'm at around 500 and it's over 520 games at this point. So it still works fairly well, extremely well. For the record, my MMR is 4.4k and some change, but that's basically where I am. But I play mostly unranked games. I play ranked very selectively, etc., etc. But anyway, moving along to an alternative build, you can go Midas. Generally speaking, you'll go Midas before you finish Vlad's if you can't Rosh. If you know you can Rosh, you go Vlad's, and then you can get Midas, or then you can just farm it out without the Midas, and you go for Deso instead of Necro 3, and you fight early, and then you go into the AC. And I actually did a little bit of a test. The amount of towers that you can knock down with a Necro 3 activated, with an Assault Cuirass, Treads, and AC, is 41 seconds if you take out the Tier 1 mid through the range racks mid from Radiant attacking Dire. This is not including killing the melee racks. So that's level 16 with the following items. It takes you 41 seconds. The same push takes 49.5 seconds if you're doing it with the Desolator instead. You can also still break through backdoor protection with the Desolator instead of the Necro 3, but it does take longer. However, you don't have to be as dependent on the cooldown for Necro 3, and you also get the armor reduction and the super damage that you get from it that's really, really strong at making you a fighter rather than a pusher if you want to go that route. Personally, I'm big on Rat Dota, so I generally go the Necrobook route unless we're winning really hard or I need to fight. So that's basically it. I continue to do the same things that I've been doing with the hero. He's still really, really strong, but you need to be more selective about how you take fights, and you don't have as good of an escape mechanism. The biggest thing that you need to pay attention to, the biggest change out of everything, is that when you're low, you can't use your ult to escape if you're going to die anyway, because before, not only did you get 200 and 300 health as a max health increase, but you got that health as an increase to your current health too. So it didn't just increase your maximum health, it also increased your current health, which lets you escape much better than you currently can. So I don't know if I liked that nerf. It could have been a lot worse, I guess, but the Howl nerf is totally fine. The health to your ultimate nerf is a little bit annoying, but you basically have to be a little bit more responsible in determining when to run away, because you can't just escape from anything anymore. But everything else is essentially the same. The Necrobooks, because of their nerf to base movement speed are a little bit less effective at catching people. So anyway, I guess I should have said this at the start of the video. If you are watching this and are wondering what I'm talking about, what guide I'm talking about, please check out my previous Lycan guide. It's a very, very detailed guide to how to play Lycan at 6.80, which I am continuing to play in virtually the exact same style for most of my games now. So I think that's it. If you like this video, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, etc., you can write a comment on this or send me a tweet on Twitter at esportsmonies. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time, and have fun killing towers.